Hey Flosstube, what's up? It's Lori, Sharky Stitcher. Been a little bit, missed you guys. A lot of stuff to talk about though, so that's nice. That's one plus to not having a video for a little while. I did give you guys the beading video, so I hope you guys were enjoying that. I am planning a part 2 of that video, going to go into more detail just because I can talk so long about beads and stuff like that. So, but anyways, things have been going on for me. Been busy with work lately, been busy with plans for future work type stuff. I've been planning my trips. A friend and I were planning on going to Aruba in November, and now we're looking at maybe doing Costa Rica in January. Yeah, so it's interesting. But anyways, on to the cross stitching. If you're new here and have tripped onto this video, we talk about cross stitch here. We get a little bit nerdy about it, but hey, we have fun here. We're fun. We're all friendly. You know, we welcome everyone. So glad to have you guys. But so I figured I'd go over, I've got some juicy haul. Some good haul to go over. You might notice, if you just came here from the last video, that Gypsy Queen, or Tribal Queen as I like to call her, is no longer on the bars. I pretty much spent my entire mania only stitching on one thing, which is kind of weird for me. I usually shift between designs more frequently, but I was just really having fun with her, and I thought, you know, mania, like, maybe it's just doing something outside of your norm, and for me that was stitching on one project the whole time. I really did want to start a whole bunch of projects, and I probably will here in the next few months, but for now that was all I got done. So I figured let's talk about Gypsy Queen, or Tribal Queen, which let's go into that real quick. I like to call her Tribal Queen because Gypsy is a racial slur. Nothing against her being named that, you know, it's not very commonly known that that's a racial slur. And I choose to call her Tribal Queen just because I want to be respectful for the most part. And, you know, if you're like, oh, Gypsy, that's not so bad of a term. The one thing that sticks with me is I went to a talk once with a Holocaust survivor. And his pretty much entire, like, he told us about his whole experience being in a concentration camp and what he had to go through. And the wrap it up at the end was basically, he was like, don't have prejudice against anyone. And he's like, little things that you've heard your whole life that you don't realize are derogatory. And he brought up the term, you know, saying like, if you got cheated, you'll say, I got gypped. Well, that comes from gypsy, you know, being tramps and thieves, you know, from the Cher song. But, so I don't know, that just stuck with me. So that's kind of one of the main reasons I call her Tribal Queen. I still recognize her as Gypsy Queen because I know you guys aren't going to know what it is. I can't tell you to go and find Tribal Queen by Mirabile. You're not going to be able to find it. So I use both of them just so I'm clarifying that it's a racial slur, but just so you guys know what I'm talking about, I call it Gypsy Queen. So let's have a look at her. She's lovely regardless of her name. But I had a lot of fun with her. I got a decent bit of progress done on her, and let's see if the color shows up proper. I mean, kind of. And this is a solo fabric, so I'm sorry I can't point you guys in the direction of where to get this. I have been looking for a fabric that's similar that I can at least, because I do like this color. But here she be. She's nice, isn't she? So I'm planning on doing her skin over one in silks. So I pretty much outlined where her skin goes. So she's got her bangles and her bracelets and her necklaces and her ear jewelry and her hair and all her dangly. She's got like these strands of probably a rosary or beads, or, you know, whatever. This little tassel hangs off this bracelet here. And then I've got her corset pretty much done. Then she's got all these purple sashes around herself, and then she's got a big old skirt down here, which I got started on. And I'm loving these colors. I think they're so cool. So yeah, I just had a lot of fun with her, and I really enjoyed stitching on her. And for a minute I did entertain the thought of maybe I should do something I've never done before and stitch her until she's finished. But I don't get enough stitching time. I work full-time. I'm a self-employed massage therapist. So my hands are busy all the time. So sometimes I come home and I'm like, you know, I got laundry to do. I don't feel like stitching, you know. So if I had more time to stitch, I might have really tried that. But if I'm just stitching on her, yeah, she'd get done quicker. But then I wouldn't get to spend it'd be so long before I could spend time with my other projects. So I just decided, you know, like I'm just ready to rotate off her. And there's a reason for that. Some of the haul that I got really helped me jump off of her. So let's go into that haul, shall we? I alluded to this, I think, in my last video, where I was talking about how I had that, that piece of Da Vinci that I ordered from Pictureless Plus Fabric. It took 6 months to arrive. I ordered it for Fairy Moon. Waited forever for it. Well, it came much more purple than it typically Da Vinci looks. And so I decided to order another piece from Pictureless Plus, just because not Pictureless Plus, 123 Stitch. Because I could get it quicker. I wouldn't have to wait 6 months. Now, the only problem is I got a piece at Belfast instead of Cashel. Cashel's 28 count, and I was preferring that because there are some heavy portions of beading, specifically in the moon. But I was really stuck on the color, so I thought, you know what? I will just deal with the crowding beads on the moon. I really want the fabric to look the way I'm envisioning it, you know? So I'd ordered a piece from 123 Stitch, and it was the right blue shade, but it, Da Vinci, I've got a couple pieces here, but I'm saving them because they're just to die for. Da Vinci's kind of a bluey purple, and there's splashes of orange in it. Well, this one, it was lots of bluey purple, but very little orange, you know, and I kind of like the orange, so I wanted it to be in there. It was still a nice piece. I'm looking to see if I have it handy. Yeah, I think I do. Grab it. So yeah, this is what I got. So I mean, yeah, it's still pretty, but there's not a lot of the oranges in it, you know? And the thought also occurred to me, which was, wonder if this more purpley tone is the new Da Vinci. What if now that's all you can get for Da Vinci? So Pictureless Plus 123 Stitch had gotten or had another piece in stock, and I thought I kind of want to hoard some of this, so why don't you just order another piece, and then you'll have 2 pieces to pick between, and whichever other one goes into stash, which I think this one would be cool on a mermaid, which, you know, I got plenty of those lined up to work on. So I ended up ordering a couple more, actually more, you know, a couple pieces, because I'm like hoarding it because I love Da Vinci. Oh my God, you guys, the pieces that I received are the most beautiful Da Vinci I have ever seen. And I pretty much was like, bye-bye, Tribal Gypsy Queen. Hello, Fairy Moon. We doing it. So let me show you the pieces I received and just, okay, so this is the piece that I cut off from the piece that I'm doing Fairy Moon on, and I'll show you her in a bit. I don't have much done on her, but oh my God, you guys, look at it. That is the best piece of Da Vinci like I've ever seen. And this is the piece I cut off, you know, so the rest of it looks like this too. But just the blues, the purples, the yellows, and the hints of green. Oh my God, I was just drooling. So I had ordered a half a yard, I think, for that, and then I cut this off of that because I didn't need it. And then I had ordered a fat quarter as well, just for funsies. And it's like the same. Oh my God, gorgeousness. So I kind of have a mind, because a lot of mermaids that I have fit well on a fat quarter, and I'm like, maybe I'll find a mermaid for this, because I am prone to, once I get a piece of fabric and I'm like, oh my God, I love that, it's so amazing, it's so beautiful, I tend to want to hang on to it. So because I have commitment issues. Like, once I pick something and start stitching it on here, there's nothing else you can ever put it, like, I don't know, there's some grieving process I have to go through. I'm weird. So, but yeah, just look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my God. So yes, I'm so glad I ordered those, and I'm so happy of the piece that I have finally got for Fairy Moon Start. Now, I don't have much started on her, so I don't know if it's even worthy of showing it, but I guess I will since I'm talking about it. Let me move my chart out of the way. I don't have a lot done, but I thought you guys might like to see the fabric I'm working with. So I did a center start, And here's she be. So center for her was right around this shawl, the purple shawl here. This moon is where all the heavy beading is, because that's all beads right there, the moon. So I might just be fudging a couple rows. But here's what I got so far. So just a little bitty bit. But yeah, look at how yummy this is. Oh my God. And I agonized over which direction this should lay. And the reason I picked it this way is I love all the funky colors that are going on up here. And Fairy Moon, she's got a big gown. There's a lot of swirly stuff here, and the moon's up here, but her wings kind of tucked back here, and there's kind of some empty space up here. And I really like the colors in the fabric here, so I thought, well, let's put them in that kind of empty space. That way it's kind of giving a harmonious composition, I guess. That, and I didn't want to stitch over the pretty parts of the fabric, which this whole piece of fabric is just like, oh, I love it. And it's opalescent, as you can see. And yes, I've got lots of Clay by Kims on here. And looky guys, look who I got. I got a monarch. Yay! That was on my Clay by Kim hit list for quite a long time, about as long as the peacock was. And it was sorely needed because I'm severely lacking in my collection in yellows and oranges. So I'll give you guys a closer look at it. It's so cute. So yeah, there it is. So cute. Love it. It's very, very darling. Very, very cute. And I also, just for fun, the next time she was doing dragons, or monarch dragons, I already had that one. So I don't have very many of these needle cases. Pretty much like these two are the only ones I have. And that's mainly because as soon as you get a dragon, you don't really have time to go get these, and she doesn't post as many as these. Usually like 4 or 6 or something like that of the needle cases, you know, because they slide open. And you can put your needles and stuff in there. I think I've got beading stuff in one of these, like my Nymo threads and stuff. But with these two, she had done the peacocks for a couple weeks. Same with the monarchs. So I got my dragon the first round, so the second round I could go after the cases. And luckily with this one, she had posted pictures of the cases before she listed them, so I was able to examine them and go like, that's the one I want. So I could target it instead of, when the listing goes up, having to pause for a second and be like, wait a minute, which one do I like the best? Because they're always so different, you know. So with this one, it was like, I want the one with the green background and the purple flowers. And I got it, and I was so happy because look how cute it is. Oh, I love it. This is actually the last thing I've gotten from Clay by Kim too. I've struck out the last few times. That, and I didn't try a few times too, just because I kind of lost steam after getting the monarch, because he was like on my hit list for so long. Once I got him, it was like, now what? So, but yeah, wait for tide pools and autumn leaf dragons, I guess. But okay, moving on, more haul. So there was more stuff I got in that 1, 2, 3 stitch order. Some of it's just little things. This was something like, just Nan's not typically my shtick, you know, but I don't know, I was feeling it today. And this little Sirens of the Sea, which, you know, I try to avoid buying mermaid stuff just because it's mermaids, because this is not my typical style. You know, it's kind of samplery, you know. But I read the quote and I thought, okay, I'm with that. And it says, mermaids sing their siren songs, dancing through the waves, and ply their ivory needles, stitching samplers in their caves. And I thought, that sounds like something I want to do, just stay in a cave and stitch. Sounds like fun to me. I can relate to these mermaids. So, and I love the little goldfishes at the top. I thought they were cute. And it came with the beads, so hey, that's fun. And I must have been in a Just Nan type of mood. So here's some Halloween. Thought that was cute. And it comes with beads. So I was like, why not? Let's do it. I'm shedding. I can feel a hair touching my arm. So And then I got some more fabric, and this, I just bought a small piece of it because I was like, this is printed fabric. Is it gonna look any good? And it's actually pretty cool. This is fairy dust, fairy mist with silver. It's supposed to have silver sparkles, but like there's barely any. But I do think this is kind of cool. I like it. It's subtle. It's a subtle, very subtle blending of colors. And it's fairly even because it's printed. So I might entertain the idea of getting a larger piece of this, maybe for a mandala. More on that in a minute. La 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 la. Was that all? I thought there was another. Oh yes, okay. So this bit of haul kind of strays into other haul. So, moving all my stuff. I got pallets of stuff everywhere over here. So I got some more fabric, and I'm going to just kind of hold it up like a deck of cards. And you can kind of see there's a bit of a theme with these fabrics. So these are eeny weeny little pieces. These were like $5 each. And basically the goal here, first off, I wanted some smaller pieces to do some smalls, but more importantly, I got a lovely package today from European Cross Stitch. And one thing I ordered was the toadstool tile. And you guys, you're not gonna be able to see this too well, but let me tell you, the colors in this are just so delish. Oh my god. So these are for this mostly. And I do think I can slip the beads out at least and show you, because this is the beaded toadstool tile. So this, the majority of this piece, it's a very small piece, and most of it is beads. Look at those. So pretty, and it's all these little toadstools, so it's gonna be super cute. So yeah, I was excited to get that today, but sadly, there's not a winner yet. Maybe when I pull them out, that, and I think I need to grab some DMC too. So the one color that was kind of yelling at me when I got it was this one. And the only problem I have with it is it's just plain. I want some modeling. Maybe not opalescent, I'm not sure, but this is Springfield Sage, Lugana, that, and Lugana, and what's that other? Is it Jobeline? Jobelan? Yeah, this water lily. This practically looks like Ada. Now, the thing I don't like Ada is I feel like you can see all the holes, and I don't know, it just kind of gives away the game to me. So that's why I prefer linen and even weave, because it, you know, kind of hides that a little bit more. So there's not a clear winner yet, but I do have some stuff to do for these, so. But this was not the only thing, maracas. This is not the only thing I got from European Cross Stitch. I also got Poison Garden, and she's a maraca too. So this kit, look at all them silks. Look at those colors. Oh yes. Yes. So yummy. It's got these cool little tile beads too. I think those are cool. So many beads and treasures. I've not opened this yet because first off, look how pretty it is. And I can never get it looking this pretty again. So I'm just kind of like smiling at it like a weirdo. But I also have another spin-off video series in mind. And I've already got the This Is How I Do It, which is kind of how to, you know, informational type videos. But instead of like the chatty numbered floss tubes, I thought maybe I'll do another video series called Drool With Me, where it's face free and I've just got the camera and I can show you guys all the glory up close and you guys can drool with me, which I thought that was kind of a cool name, which that was my second choice. My first thought, which some of you might not have my same sense of humor, but my first thought for what to call this series of video, there's no way I'd get away with it, and I knew that. So, but basically it was like cross-stitcher porn, because this is basically our porn. I was looking at all these yummy threads and fibers and beads and stuff, so, but certainly I am not going to get away with doing that on YouTube, so Drool With Me sounds like a much more PG friendly and non strike worthy type title, then I don't want to attract the wrong kind of crowd, you know. So alrighty, so one other thing, and this one's frustrating for me a little bit because I don't have a picture of the piece to show you because it's brand spanking new, and I have been stalking all the suspect websites for it to come in stock, but Bella Filipina announced for World Oceans Day a new mermaid, and she is so glorious. Oh my God, I saw her and I pretty much immediately went to Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers and ordered a piece of fabric for her. The called for fabric, which we'll see when it gets here if it's what I'm going to use. But I was like, I want to start her now. She's this dark blue, black, turquoise mermaid. She's got like black and blue hair, but then she's got all these coral projections and seashells. She's like a coral reef type mermaid, which she's called shoot, I can't remember exactly what the name is, but it's got Tubataha in it, and I think that's in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'll have to look that up again. So she's kind of like a coral reef mermaid, and I was just like, ugh. And so I pretty much, without being able to get my hands on the chart just yet, because she was just announced, I haven't been able to find her anywhere yet, and I've been looking. As soon as I find her somewhere that has her in stock, I am snapping her up. And once I get the fabric, she's probably getting slapped on some bars and started, because she's got this glorious flow, like this really good flow, and I love all the coral and stuff coming off of her. She's just gorgeous. So I've gotten what I can. So that is basically the floss. So she's got lots of blues and greens and blacks, and these peach and kind of pink colors are for like the coral. So, and then here's the silk that I got for her. This was the only bit of silk that 123 Stitch had in stock, which this was also in that recent order. Also, all the Mill Hills, which I will be converting to Delicas. And ironically, I had 2 of her threads. She has 1 more, which was not in stock. I'm looking for it. I already had 2 of her number 4 braids in my stash, so that was nice. This one I've used a little bit of it though, so I might have to order some more. Probably will. It's 102, which that's a pretty commonly used braid anyway, so I'll just need to get some more of that just because. But here's some of the bead colors, so I'll be converting those to Delicas. And I think I already told you guys I'm planning on a second video on beading, about probably just converting Mill Hill to Delicas. I basically ordered 1 color of every bead because I have an easier time converting if I know what the color is that I'm converting. That, and once I get my fabric, sometimes I personally convert just to my preference. There's like 4 of these crystal teardrops. And then these are really fun. These are vitrol. Basically they're marguerites, but they don't call them that. They're like the little flower designs, but it's kind of that vitrol rainbow color, so that's cool. So very excited to start her once I get her. Sorry again, I can't show you guys a picture of her because I'm filming on my phone basically, where I could show it to you. And I would have showed you guys on my laptop, but my laptop just died. That's another fun thing I've been dealing with the past week. I just bought that laptop in March, so I'm kind of cranky about that. So, more haul though, not done yet. This I picked up today, and I picked it up from the post office because I had to sign for it because it came from Mother Russia. And I bought my first Owl Forest embroidery kits. So, let me show you which ones I got. So, I got Kikimora. And I ordered this from a lady on Etsy, but it still came from Russia. This one, Dinosaur Forest. Isn't it so cute? So this is, I ordered this from Owl Forest Embroidery. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm with that because I love me some dinosaurs. You know, so, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's this one little dinosaur. It's basically a baby popping up out of an egg. I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. I am thinking about trying to add like something Jurassic Parkish in there. Like, I don't know, a piece of amber or, you know, Clever Girl somewhere. I think that might be cute. But let me show you guys these. If you guys haven't seen these before, oh my God, these kits are so cute. And this one, I first saw Michelle Bendy Stitchy doing this one. And it's funny because at first I was like, she's cute. And the name Kikimora was kind of like teasing my brain. And finally I figured out where I'd heard that from. It's the first monster in the Witcher TV series that he kills. It's not a cute little witch. It's kind of not pretty, but it's still a swamp monster. So that's where I heard that from. But I just love her because she's like a little swamp witch, and she's got her little frogs and her snails, and there's flies for the frogs to eat and little cattails. And this is going to be my piece for me when me and the boy go to Florida. So, because we're going to the Everglades, I thought, where is a more perfect spot to stitch a little swamp witch? Which I'll probably get her started here just because, you know, I'm probably going to be working on her on the planes. Our flights are pretty short. They're like an hour each because we connect in DC. I think that flight's like an hour if, you know, and then the next flight from DC to Miami, that's like an hour if, you know, so I'm not going to have a lot of time on the plane to stitch, you know, because pretty much as soon as you finish ascending, you start descending, you know, with flights those short. So I don't know how much time, but I am a nervous flyer. And this is my first time flying with my son as an adult. The last time he flew, he was 7 years old. And so he was too young to be too nervous. It was very exciting and all that, but I can tell from the things that he said that he's kind of nervous about flying. So I'm nervous about flying. I'm gonna have him being nervous about flying. I need something to keep me zen. So here we go. That, and I'm sure there's going to be some nights where I'm in the hotel room covered in mosquito bites and I just need to do some stitching. Then it could be raining, who knows. So, but yeah, that's going to be a trip project. But let me show you the goodies. And this is another, like, you guys need just to see a drool with me, you know, type video for this. Look how cute those little threads are. Like, I mean, by saying little is, you know, like they're like finger size. They're so little. And it comes with a little needle minder, which that's cool because of course I'm not taking a Clay by Kim traveling with me, so I'll use that. And here's the fabric, little teeny little piece of fabric. So yeah, that's super cute. The colors are very rich too, which I really like that. I love this orange. So that's gonna be fun. And one thing I like about the chart, I'm not going to show it to you obviously, but you kind of get the fold out chart, but then you get like another chart where you can cut pieces of the motifs out. So it's like almost a working copy, but it's like really small. So that's kind of nice, especially for the plane. Oh, and that's another thing. I've decided since I'm traveling with this, it's probably a good time for me to buy my first bag. And I've never bought any of the like whip bags that are so popular on Etsy, just because I have my own ways of storing them, and I usually work on projects that, you know, like Hello Poison Garden, have a lot of stuff in them, so I use different ways to sort my stuff, and I don't want bags on bags on bags. But since I've just got this little design and I'm traveling with it, I will want something to keep it all together, so I'm probably gonna go bag shopping. And then the dinosaur forest. Make sure you guys can see that. I had seen this on Etsy. And it wasn't from Alforce. It was from another seller. And I was watching it. And it was one of those, like, if you watch it, sometimes they send you a discount code. Well, they did that. And I was like, ooh, like I was sorely tempted. But the shipping was kind of a lot. So I kind of hesitated. And then the next time I looked, someone else had grabbed it. So I was like, shit. And it was out of stock on Alfor's website. Well, Alfor's just recently posted on Instagram that they had this back in stock, and I had decided as soon as they come back in stock with this one that I'm grabbing it, because it's just like, I don't know, I just love it. Like, some people were freaking out about the Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, give me some reptiles. Like, that's what makes me happy. So let me show you the kit here too, and it's super cute as well. So Look at all these little threads. All these greens and oranges, and I love this fabric color. I do wish it was a little bit more mottled just because that's my aesthetic, and I might have some, you know, we'll see. But yeah, look at all those threads. And they come with some little bobbins to wind the thread up with, so that's cool. Also comes with a little needle minder. Got a little prehistoric bird, dinosaur, dragon thing. Dinosaurs and dragons, how are they that different? But yeah, and this chart's obviously way bigger, and this one will be way nicer with the cut up pieces to use as like a working copy. So I'm excited about that. So yes, all kinds of good goodies. Yes. Hope you guys weren't disappointed, because I surely wasn't. Which I was kind of waiting on a lot of this stuff to arrive to film this video. I was sorely tempted as soon as I saw that mermaid from Bella Filipina. I was tempted to run and like, oh my God, you guys, have you seen it? You know, but I know not everybody's into mermaids like I am, so that's okay. So plan is, once she gets here, I'm probably going to start her. Fairy Moon. Not sure what the plan on her is yet. I'm definitely not feeling that burning, like, oh my God, nothing's going to stop me like I did on Gypsy / Tribal Queen. But in case you don't know, this is my second time stitching Fairy Moon. I have stitched her once before in her entirety, had her framed and everything. She was on kind of a plain, I think it was almost like spruce blue linen or something like that. So this is definitely an upgrade in my opinion, just because the fabric is so glorious. I love it. So, not sure when I'm rotating off on her. I'm going to try and get like, when I stitched her the last time, and I'm kind of following this same plan, except for her skin is going to be over 1, which she doesn't have a lot of skin, so that won't be too big of a deal. So the plan is, working on her shawl here, I want to jump to the bodice and kind of cuff of her hand here and get her hair done. I like getting kind of the torso done first. Then I will probably go back and forth between shawl and wing. I might let myself drift down to dress and stuff just because that dress is a lot and it's not the most fun thing in the world. So I might drift down there a little bit, but I did the dress in sections as well. Like I think the last time I did her, I'd stitched her wing and then I did kind of these back folds of her dress, and then I did the dark bits of her dress first, and I got it to where I had the entire dress outlined, and then I also went around, there's these little, you can't tell, but there's these little like blue spot polka dots on her dress where there's a bead in the middle. They're like little plus signs with a bead in the middle. I went and I did all those so that once I got to a certain point, I could just white, like printer pretty much. Didn't have to count or anything because I had laid everything out. I'm planning on doing that again because I like not having to look at a chart. So yeah, that's the plan for her. But who knows, once I get my hands on that new mermaid, I almost want to say her name is Maiden of Tubataha. Maiden of Tubataha. I could be wrong. I'll put in the description if I am wrong what her name is. So, and some links if I have them, so you guys can check her out because she's so pretty. I love her. So plan is that, and then I'm wanting to start some more stuff too. Oh, and I have some bad news too. I almost forgot about this. The bad news is, last time I showed you guys fabric for Rainforest Lace, I was so excited. Finally had a piece and I loved it. I checked my measurements again, and I need a full yard to be able to cut enough for her, because the half a yard is what, like 26 inches wide. I need 35 inches. So I did a major oops, and I don't know what I was looking at, you know, measurement wise, when I thought, oh, half a yard will be fine. I might have been looking at another mandala, one of the smaller ones or something. So yeah, I have to order more fabric. I'm going to order the same color and just pray that it looks similar to the one that I had, because gosh, I was like really close to like, let's get this fabric measured so we can cut it. And then I looked at the numbers and I went, shit. So yeah, back to the drawing board on that one. I was kind of so defeated about it. Like, part of me was like, just order the fabric now, rip the band-aid off and just do it. But another part of me was like, I need some fabric therapy for shopping for fabric for that piece, because I bought so many pieces of fabric for it. I mean, I found homes for several of them, but still, it's like sometimes you just get a little sick of it. So Yeah, that's why they say measure twice, cut once. So I'm glad I got to the measure twice portion and didn't start stitching anything and realize my fabric is too small, because this wouldn't have even been like, oh, I can make it work. No, I would have ran out of fabric. So good thing I caught it ahead of time. And then other pieces, some other things I've been wanting to start that I want to start in Mania. Romance Beneath the Sea, or Romance Under the Sea, I think it is. Brilliant Mermaid is another one. Got a couple other Mirabella mermaids that I wanted to start, but I've kind of put them behind Maiden of Tupataha because she's so pretty. So yeah, but anyways, that's it for the most part. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will let you guys know if I'm posting those new Drool With Me videos. I'm considering doing my first one, basically unboxing this. Because, I mean, you guys can't really get the full effect of the unboxing because I don't pull the silks out of all the baggies. So you guys have a glare and all that. But I feel like if I do kind of a more close-up video, you might be able to see it a little bit better. So, but yeah. And maybe I'll do like some finished projects Drool With Me. Like maybe my unicorn back here. And maybe Mermaid of the Pearls. Which I do have a video on my channel, close-ups of her. If you guys wanted to see her closer, there is a video like way far back where she's not even framed yet. So I'm doing close-ups of her. So there's that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time I post a video, which hopefully won't be too soon or too long. So yeah, I'll try. Anyways, talk to you guys later and have a good one. Bye.